Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had an amazing weekend, whatever you were doing, whether you were chilling, whether you were with family, friends, etc. I hope you had a wonderful time. So in this video, I am going to be discussing what has been kind of coming up in the media. It's kind of like a generalized discussion and my thoughts on this subject. And of course, at the moment, it is all about Harry and Meghan. And I do appreciate that many of you are sick and tired of it, but this is what most of you are asked for. Keep calling them out. But I'm also going to talk a little bit about a video that has come up, and I'm going to put that at the end of this video. And I want you to go and check that out because I think, well, it speaks for itself. So if you want to fast forward to the end to watch the video, then come back and watch the rest of this video, go ahead, do that, because it will explain what I'm talking about. So that being said, you should know what to do by now. Grab your drink of choice and put in the comments what you are deciding to drink today, where you're sitting back, relaxing, and hopefully watching this video. For me today, I'm actually being a little bit naughty. I've actually digressed from my cherries and berries and I'm drinking tropical today. So I'm sorry, cherries and berries, but I needed a bit of a change. So maybe you are sitting down to a cup of tea, lovely British cup of tea, or you want to add a little something to that drink of choice, because as the flag says behind me, I'm going to lift so you can see it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So let's grab that drink and dive right in. So I've turned the fan off because I know that it gets a bit noisy in the background. So there is a lot of things circulating in the media at the moment. Just realised that I spilled a bit of drink down my face. Handy. Don't know why, because I've got a big gob. Yeah, the divorce rumours are definitely circulating. And don't forget, for those of you who have gone to the end and watched the video, I will be talking about that, so don't you worry. A lot of rumours on the divorce are circulating, a lot more in the media, and I will put some pictures up here because it's definitely circulating a lot more. Rumours of her asking for a big payout. Now, if all of you have been following me, or for the ones that have been following me, you will know that I have been saying for well over a year that they're not together. I've also been saying that they will be getting divorced and she will go for a huge payout. Now, there have been people that have said, no, I don't think that will happen. Now, whether or not she will get the payout is a completely different matter. But I absolutely believe that she will ask for it. And the reason why I believe she will ask for it is because I think, like I've always said, she has information on the royal family. Or she will at least tell them she's got information on the royal family. In her mind, to stop her from talking. This is why, when you're dealing with a narcissist, they throw out the threats. We have seen numerous articles when she's done an article, when she's talked in her interview, that she said things along the lines of, there's a lot I could say, but I choose not to. You know, I have never signed anything to stop me from talking about things. That's a threat. That's not just her just chit-chatting away. That is her basically saying, I know some things, or I could say some things, but I'm choosing not to for now. So I absolutely do believe that in her mind, especially given how much she probably believes the royal family have. Now, we know, anyone knows about the royal family knows that they don't just have this liquid cash sitting around. They're worth a lot of money, but they don't just have this liquid cash sitting around. And obviously the rumours are coming out that it's 800 million, something extreme like that. Now, do I believe it's that amount? No. But I do believe that she would ask for a huge amount. And that would be to say, if you pay me this, I will stop talking. Now, again, I've also had people say, I don't believe any amount of money would stop her from talking. But you've got to look at the fact that there has to be something, especially the media. The media have signed something. There is an embargo, and I don't care what anyone else thinks, because I do, but other people can think differently. But I believe there is an embargo that is stopping the media from talking about those children. This is why we don't see or hear anything about them apart from some generalized thing that comes out. If you go on and you Google the children, the alleged children, a lot of the photographs that they've put up, the Harkles have put up, are not even top. Like when you Google, say, Archie, it's the pictures of him when he was a baby. And I have said before that I do believe A exists, but I don't believe he's hers. And that's why when she was going to sue, when she was in Canada, I believe, and I think then she sued, was it for Archie's privacy? Correct me if I'm wrong. She put litigation friend. Well, okay, so I know that some people have said yes, but the surrogate was used, so she would still, yeah. But either way, that shows you that this is not her child, because she would be putting this mother. So I strongly believe that obviously she will know the truth regarding these children because she's in on it. And I also believe now the royal family are aware of it. And like I've said before, I think that she has some leverage on Harry and she has some leverage on the royal family. Because initially what you would have is when you have a narcissist, they would come in as the most caring. They will do anything for you. They will support you because they want to get you. So it's very easy to believe that in the beginning, when all of this was sort of happening, that she would come out as, I will support you, Harry, and I will do whatever, to give you a child, etc. However that went down, whether it be that a surrogate was used, whether it be that Harry got somebody pregnant, whichever you choose to believe. And I know there are still some people that believe that she carried the child, and again, I'm not here to change your mind. If you have seen all the evidence and all the footage and you still believe that she carried those children, of course that's your choice. I'm not here to persuade you otherwise. You're free to think what you want to believe, as am I, as are others. But I will also add, like I've said before, that remember, she's an actress, and remember, she will know. She's been in this industry for a long time, whether it be herself or her family, her father. She knows how to gain weight very quickly. She knows how to lose weight very quickly for a role. Actors have been doing it for years. Anyway. So all of this stuff is now starting to circulate. But I just want to say that I have been saying this for a long time. I'm not saying that I'm super special, because I'm not, but it's nice to see that other YouTubers are now calling this out. But it is hard for someone like myself, who's tiny in comparison to a lot of these other YouTubers, who has been saying this, and you've only got to look back over my videos to see that I have. And I mean, I was even saying it way back when I started a channel with another person. I've been saying it way back then. But it's good to see these people are now coming out. But anyway, so along with that is obviously a lot of things are circulating now in regards to the children. But I do think that she will go for an exorbitant amount of money, because let's also remember the fact that I think she thought Harry was worth a lot more. I think she thought Harry had a lot more money when she got with him, not quite realizing that he might be worth an amount, but it doesn't mean to say he has an amount. And so I'd imagine they've burnt through a lot of this money with their lavish lifestyle that they have. But it's coming out more and more now in regards to this impending divorce. We now have the rumours coming out that Harry is apparently going off to Africa to do some humanitarian work. And I will also say that that was something I said a little while ago as well, where I said, when people said to me, what do you think is going to happen? And I said, well, when they split, I think Harry will go off to Africa because that is where his passion lies. I think he will go off to Africa. But what I think will happen is I do think the family will slowly but surely start to work towards forgiving him. I think nothing will happen all the time he's with her. But when they divorce, and it is a when, not an if, I think that he will go off. He will go off to Africa. He will stay out there for probably some time. But then they will start possibly introducing him back into royal events. I don't know how the public will receive that. I mean, we're very forgiving as a human race to some degree. Some people will probably never forgive Harry, but some people who remember Harry from, that have grown up with Harry or remember him as a little boy, will possibly forgive him if the royal family forgive. You've got to remember there's two different things at play here. There's the monarchy, there's the family. And I think if he makes amends, or at least attempts to make amends for his behaviour, then there is every chance the family will start to work on trusting him again and possibly forgiving him for the things that he's done in regards to her. You also have to remember there's probably a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. We don't see everything that plays out. We don't see the conversations that they all have as a family. We don't know the arguments. We know some things get leaked, but there's going to be things that we don't know. So we don't know that they've not had conversations behind the scenes saying, you know what, Harry, if you want to come back, you've got to go to Australia first. You've got to sort your head out, really spend some time on your own, and then we'll go from there. Meghan, that is, I think she will then start doing the circuit. I think she will again come out as what I probably believe is she will go quiet for a little while. I do think that she will try and attempt to write a book. Now, if, like I said, there is an embargo in regards to these children, and we also know that happens because there was an embargo in regards to, I think when Charles and Diana were sort of stepping out on each other, it wasn't being spoken about. Excuse me, I can feel my hot flush coming on again. I think it was only when they did an interview, one of them did an interview or something happened, that actually then the media was like, okay, well now we can talk about it. So we know that those things are possible. So it's very possible also to think that if that's the case, and there might be something that would be put in place to stop her talking about the royal family. Now, again, people have said, I don't think there's anything that could stop her, because we also now know that her mouthpiece, Flying Monkey Omid Scobie, is now coming out and writing a book. I'll put the picture up here, Endgame. So they've come out and said, well, we're not going to be talking about the royal, we have nothing left to say, we're not going to talk about the royal family anymore. But then, what a shock. He comes out and he starts writing a book, another book, about trashing the royal family. But the thing you've got here is that their credibility is through the toilet. It really is. Nobody credible really believes anything they have to say. Omid Scobie is a joke. He's not seen as a journalist or anything. He literally is seen as their mouthpiece. You've got to remember, this is a guy who dated Marcus Anderson. It goes as far back as that. There's pictures, I think, of him even with Meghan, before Marcus Anderson even. I will see if I can find the picture. I'm sure I've got it and I will put it up here. But they're sort of, there's definitely the connection there. But yeah, so he dates Marcus Anderson. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he suddenly puts himself as a royal reporter. And he suddenly popped onto the scene around the time that Meghan and Harry started dating. So I do think and do believe that this is, he was brought on as to be, it's almost like, well, I know you, can you get me a job as a royal reporter type thing. because I think he was a nobody originally. I mean, I know he apparently worked, because obviously he was brought in as a witness, that he somehow overheard Piers Morgan. Yeah, okay. Don't believe that for a second. So, you know, they're all intertwined here, all intertwined. But a lot of these things are getting circulated publicly now. And so I think even if she did come out and say something, the royal family, if they can get through the 2 years where they literally faced being called racist, and they got through that, yeah, they took a hit, but they survived, and they're to me, they're stronger than ever. You know, they've got through the Queen passing, and there was a lot of uncertainty of how King Charles would be, you know, Queen Camilla, but William and Catherine have just shone. You know, the other royals have shone. You know, you've got Sophie coming out, and to me, that I think they're stronger than ever. So it doesn't matter what mud that she throws at them. I think they will bounce back. But again, I think it will be her undoing. I think this book will be Scobie's undoing, because all he's doing is trashing the royal family, and now people are absolutely sick of him, sick of her, sick of Harry. So yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I do think she'll try. I do think she will try. I do think she will, and people will use that. You know, you got to remember, these are not people that support them. There are people that use them. The one good thing with the royal family is that they actually have people that support them, good, credible people that support them. Well-known Hollywood actresses and actors, well-known, you know, high-profile people that support the royal family. You don't have that with Harry and Meghan. You have people that use Harry and Meghan because they think they're going to get some great interview on how awful the royal family, or some scoop on the royal family. That's all that Harry and Meghan have. That's why now it's rumoured that Netflix is not going to be renewing their deal with them in 2025. They get contracted till then, and they're not going to be renewing because nobody wants them. So then that leads me to then the video that, if you haven't seen, like I say, either wait till the end or fast forward now, go check and come back to this point, which on my camera is about 17 minutes in. So make a note of the timestamp, go watch this video and then come back. Sex tape. Now, this isn't me just saying this. This has obviously been put out there publicly. And I know that a couple of other YouTubers have already spoken about this, and I have sat on it for a little while as to whether or not I wanted to talk about it. But then I thought, you know what, but I have said that I think that she's got something on Harry. And one of the things I said was, I have a feeling that she's got a sex tape. I think it's very possible that in the very beginning, when there was, in the height of the drink and the drugs, that she's caught Harry in a very compromising situation. Now, again, when I've spoken about this, in the comments, people have said, there's nothing wrong with that. People have been doing this. However, you've got to remember that Harry is very much about his image. Harry is very much about what people think about him. He's very insecure in that way. Also, this is a royal family. This is not just some celebrity. He's attached to the royal family. Whether or not people want to admit that or not, he is a part of the royal family. But he's also come out in his book about being, like I've said, and I've done a video on this, which I will put at the end when you see the videos at the end, where he has spoken out about how he feels about women. He has openly been very derogatory about women. If this is going to get used in a divorce, then what perfect way to also have perhaps a sex tape where something is happening that could be misconstrued. We know that a lot of sex tapes are not just about doing the act itself. Nothing wrong with that. If that was all there was, then I don't think anyone would be interested. But if you have a prince of a royal family doing things in that setting, that anyone looking at it, if they don't know the context, or something could be edited or anything, and it could be leaked, that could be very damaging to his reputation, and also could be damaging in regards to a divorce settlement. I don't know. But we have the fact that she's contacted somebody, and apparently this is out there. Obviously I haven't seen it. No, but I have heard, and obviously this is from the words of somebody, but I have heard it circulated that it's on the dark web. Not that I would ever entertain that for a second. I don't. But apparently this, yeah, I do think that, and allegedly she tried to sell it for some money initially. This is one with her in it. And I'm guessing a lot of that is because who became very successful with a sex tape. Well, you have the likes of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee Jones. Obviously that they were one of the first that obviously that come out, but also Kim Kardashian. That was one of the reasons why she became as famous as what she did initially, was because of a sex tape. And I do think Meghan has this obsession with becoming as famous as the Kardashians. So it's not a stretch to think that that she would want that, you know, that maybe that was put out there for that reason. But that could possibly be where the idea come from. It's like, oh, you know what, I could get leverage, allegedly. So just, you know, just putting that out there. But what do you think? Do you think the divorce is imminent? Do you think there is something that she's got on Harry? It makes sense. Like I say, a narcissist who, in my opinion, can behave very sociopathic, is capable of anything for leverage to get what they want. And it is very possible that she has got this, and then she will use that as blackmail for the royal family. I will give you this if you give me that. And this is also conjecture, you know, like I say, I'm just putting that out there, but I'm only putting out what people have already said. I'm only putting out what I've seen myself, and then putting my opinion towards it in what I know and how I think narcissists will behave. Are they capable of the most egregious things? Absolutely they are. Even immorally, illegally, of course they are, if it means that they get what they want. And for the most part, when we deal with narcissists, we are only dealing with people that are like us. But when you're dealing with celebrities who've got money, who've got people backing them, who've got means to get things that the rest of us wouldn't even be able to dream of, that's a lot worse, in my opinion. So yeah, so let me know what you think. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you do not want to miss future uploads, then please think about doing so. If you haven't gone across and supported my other channel, which is now called TandT, that channel is going to be for purely in regards to therapy related issues. Then please go across and support that, because the bigger that channel can get, the more hopefully that will help people. And I know that's helping people already, but I need to get my 4,000 viewing hours before YouTube basically says, yeah, this is worth keeping. So please help me get that up and running. You know, even if you just go across, subscribe, don't click the notification bell, so you don't get any notifications, but you just want to support me, then please go and do that, or watch a couple of videos, drop a comment, because that all helps. Also, to remind you guys, because I have noticed when I look at my analytics here that there's not many of you that have turned the notification bell on to all. If you click on the notification, when you click to subscribe, it will show you the notification bell. If you click on that, you can click on all, none, or I think you can customize it. So there are many of you that say, oh, I don't get a notification that you've done a video. Well, that probably is why, because you've not clicked on your notification bell. So if any of you that are subscribed to me and you want to get my notifications, it's fine if you don't, but if you do, then please go across and change that so you get your notification if I drop a video. What else? If you'd like to treat me to a CUPPA, you can. The link is in the description box below. There is always a little icon above the subscribe button. You can click on that and it takes you straight through to the page. You can now super chat me as well, which some of you lovely people have done. So thank you so much for super chatting me. That is also, if you click on I think if you're on your TV or you're on your app, if you go to where it says like, you see a little love heart with a cross inside, I think, or something like that. That's the super chat button. Yeah, so you can email me if you want to email me. You can buy some of my bubble merchandise. You can send me something. I've had some wonderful cards and messages. I'm still getting birthday cards sent to me from you guys, so thank you so much. Yesterday I got someone that sent me a big 50 badge. Thank you for reminding me I'm 50. Bless you. No, I mean, I'm joking. I get people that send me some tea bags from wherever, just lovely letters, which I keep every single one of them. Thank you so much. I really, you know, it means a lot to me. I honestly, I've got a folder which I keep everything in, actually, and I will show you. Hang on. I do have a folder. I've got some more letters and things to put in there, but I will show you. Look, I mean, that's terrible writing, but my bubble family, and inside you will see that I have literally kept literally everything that I get sent, I keep. And if ever I'm having a low moment or a moment of self-doubt, which I can get, I read these, and and it reminds me why I'm doing this. Sorry, I'm in a moment. So yeah, so thank you. You know, I know that you guys enjoy what I do here, but I just want you to know that I do really, really appreciate what you do when you send these things to me, and I literally keep everything. I'm such a hoarder. So yeah, so thank you. I will see you in the next video. I'll hopefully be doing another one on my other channel this week. But yeah, so in the meantime, have a wonderful rest of the day, whatever you're doing, and a wonderful rest of the week. And I will see you in the next video. So take care. And as always, I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Bye.
Tiana was tossing salad.
Tiana?
Hypothetically.
That's not her name. Oh, okay, that's good.
I know.
That's not her name. Yeah, she's tossing salad. She's tossing salad, like, it's not with him, obviously, but it was with an ex photographer / boyfriend. But it's funny because, man, this woman called me up and she was like, can we speak privately? And I'm like, well, I'm on the phone by myself. She goes, we need a secure app. I'm like, well, let me get the bat phone, you know, let me get in the bat cave. It was the first time I ever used Signal, and talking to her, and she starts telling me the story about this. And I just found it amazing that this woman had held on to this video for as long as she did. I guess she was seeing the guy who shot the video many years ago and had a thing for him, but kept this sex tape for whatever reason. She was just an actress back then. And she comes out of nowhere and she basically,
there's no way.
It's crazy, girl. I've seen a.
I don't think that
Tiana
could have not known that somebody was filming her eating ass. Was she good at it? Did you look at the tape? Was she good at it?
I mean, how do you rate ass eating on a scale of, I mean, like, you know.
I mean, fuck, she's a princess.
I'm not opposed to ass eating. I would have to. Was she hungry? She appeared to be very hungry.
She's a princess.
I mean, homeboy had his ankles behind his head. I mean, that's some deep digging.
And it was like her face on the camera.
Allegedly. I mean, I wasn't in the room, so I can't tell you 100% that was her.
Do you think?
But I can tell you from the reaction. I can tell you from the reaction that I got from calling her lawyer that it was her.
What was that reaction like?
You just know, like,